The Alamo, the legendary shrine to Texas liberty that we've all heard so many stories about, but never known the full truth about. All of those stories were more than a century old. Most of what we've been told is a myth, stories meant to influence people to believe a version that depicts what they want people to know. Texas was still owned by Mexico, and Mexico was owned by Spain, and Spain didn't care about using slaves to do work or owning slaves in general. So Texas had land, and the land was planted with cotton, and slaves were employed to cultivate it. Like the rest of the South, most major battles started with slavery as a catalyst. The Alamo was no different. When Mexico changed its stance and took its independence into hand, they decided that slavery wasn't acceptable. This scared the Texans that were using slaves to do their work, and it deterred people from moving to Texas to invest in land and cotton if they couldn't bring their slaves with them to work the land. History is riddled with mythological versions of events that are painted by the victors. What winner wants to say, hey, we were awful people and committed most of the wrongs, but we won, then blamed those on the losers, and now we're heroes. Not many. Davy Crockett, Jim Bowie, and William Travis were all painted as heroes when in reality they were failed politicians, charlatans, and misfits that had no other place to go. William Travis slaughtered people at Anahuac for no reason. Texans were horrified by his actions. But he managed to get them riled up at the Mexican army that was coming to arrest him, and they rallied behind him rather than handing him over. Mob mentality is a powerful force, and fear is a highly motivating factor.